John Shuttleworth. I'm a pilot with the Liberty Foundation. The Liberty Foundation operates World War II airplanes, and we have an educational focus. So our goal is to take significant World War II airplanes around the country and introduce them to people, share them, and at the same time have the opportunity to talk about the history of the airplane and have an educational outreach with our effort. Anybody can come fly with us. We take any age. We do about a 30-minute ride, and we load people in. They are in their seat for only takeoff and landing, and literally when the wheels break the ground, they can get up out of their seats and go to every station in the airplane and go around and see what the waist gunners did, what was up in the radio room. They can walk across the catwalk in the bomb bay and see the bombs, come up onto the flight deck and see the cockpit, and then go down between the pilot and co-pilot seats up to the navigator and bombardier position and see that amazingly gorgeous view of the glass nose as we fly across the countryside at 1,000 or 1,200 feet. And it's just a magical experience. So anybody can come and enjoy the smells and the sounds of a B-17. The airplane, around $5,000 an hour to operate. The seats are kind of expensive, $450 for a 30-minute flight in the airplane. And all of that money goes to support the airplane, restore it, maintain it, keep it going. All of us are volunteers here with the Liberty Foundation. And we just do it to keep the airplane alive, because too many airplanes go to museums and they sit in a dark hangar and are never shared again, never get to go out and fly. And so we think it's special that we get the opportunity to operate one of these and share the airplane so people can enjoy it. Or even if you can't take a ride, come out to the airport, see the airplane. When we're done with ride operations, we open it up for ground tours, and you can walk through the airplane and see it and talk to people about the history. We have about 6 captains and about 12 co-pilots that fly with us, and we rotate out and we bid different weekends and what have you. In this airplane, there's no automation, so you do everything. In some of the more modern airplanes, like at takeoff, they have a range on the throttle quadrant where you just move the lever and then the fuel controller takes over and sets power, and you don't even have to really look at it. But in this airplane, you have to do everything. So there's no automation. And then secondly is it's a tail dragger, so that makes it a more difficult airplane because the center of gravity of the airplane is behind the main wheels and is always wanting to swap ends. So you have to manage the airplane with the rudder pedals and keeping it straight. It's a little more difficult than a tricycle gear airplane to land. And then lastly, it has that huge vertical stabilizer. This airplane really wants to weather vane into a crosswind, and so when that happens, if the wind is so strong that you run out of control effectiveness with the surfaces, then you have to start bringing in throttles to hold the airplane straight. So it really is a fun experience to fly because you're using your feet and your hands, and it's just a hoot to fly. A lot of personality in this airplane. I do this for a couple of different reasons. One is the pilot side of me likes flying these old airplanes that really has a personality, where some of the more modern equipment is more push button and doesn't have much of a personality. They're just neat to fly. So I do it because I have an interest from a pilot perspective, but then the thing that really brings a lot of joy is sharing the airplanes, and whether it be sharing it with a child or a young adult who doesn't know much about World War II, and you see them light up with some understanding about what went on, or they are energized to learn more about it. That's fun. Sharing the history about what really happened with a son or a daughter of a veteran, and they understand maybe why their parent didn't, or their father didn't want to talk about his experiences, and lights come on for them and they understand it. But the thing that really chokes you up is I get the opportunity many times to be the catalyst that gets a grandfather or a father to speak to his kids or his grandchildren about what happened. And he didn't do it before because it was so traumatizing, but he sees the airplane and the memories and the emotions come back, and then he's willing to share it with them. And when you get a chance to do that, it's an amazing feeling. Today we had a great opportunity to hear a first-hand account from a World War II veteran. We have the opportunity, this is a focal point, a nucleus for that to happen, for people to come and hear a first-hand history of what happened during World War II. And so that's our educational mission combined with our efforts to support and to provide the airplane for people to ride. People can go to the website, find out about us, and come out to be with the airplane and take a tour, walk through it, and help us with cleaning it and maintaining it. We welcome people to come out and be around it. It's here to be shared.